Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I am really shocked that I'm even making this video right now. Do you want to know why? Because I never thought I'd be the owner of a Tempest arcade cabinet. I never thought I would. And the reason why is because the cost has become really out of reach for me over the past, 10 years. But come to find out, you can get these if you look around. So this was the funny story is I wasn't looking for this machine. I've come across various Tempest machines over the last year or two, but they've fallen into that $1,500 range. And then forget about trying to get one at Captain's Auctions because they're always bidding up really, really high, and I just can't afford that. So I happen to be over at a local company, Courtesy Coin. He is someone that puts machines out on route. He does special events and all sorts of stuff, but he's owned a coin op company for a really long time. So he's moving from one facility to the other, and he goes, hey, if you guys want to come over, me and this another local guy who does YouTube, Rudy Roundhouse, he goes, hey, if you guys want to come over and check out what I have, feel free, no problem. And we said, okay, we'll go over there. So went over there, and he's got like some golden tees, he's got a Daytona USA that he wasn't selling, by the way, and a bunch of other stuff. But he goes, I have one thing in the trailer if you want to take a look at it. Opens up the trailer, it's the Tempest. And I said, how much do you want for it? And he said $900. But I said, does it work? And it didn't work at the time. And because of the vector monitor and a couple other things, I'm more familiar with 90s arcade technology than the 80s stuff. So I was like, I don't know if I want to tackle that project right now. Plus I have a million other projects in the garage. And I was like, yep, never mind. I'm not going to take it. It's fine. And he goes, well, I'm just saying there's this guy coming tomorrow. If you don't take it, the guy's definitely going to take it. So it was weighing in the back of my mind. And I guess the guy comes and he tries to lowball him, and he was kind of offended by that offer. So he got back to me and said, look, if you still want it, I'll do the $900 deal and I'll even fix it up. And I'm like, what? So of course I would want to do that, because this is one of those cabinets I had to have in my collection. It's like a staple. It's an iconic arcade title. I mean, it just has so much history to it. It's a super fun game. So anyway, so he fixed the spinner, which freely spins now, but it was making that brr, brr sound. And you guys probably remember that means, it's starting to wear out, but most arcade operators never took the time to fix it. It didn't affect the gameplay really. It might have dragged a little bit, but everyone remembers that sound. I could care less if it makes that sound or not. So anyways, it was cool that he fixed it. I didn't even know he was going to do that. And then he fixed up the monitor for me. Now, it's an arcade machine, so of course it's going to fail sometime in the future. But right now I can enjoy it until that happens, and then I'll learn how to fix it. But I'm super, super pumped up. So here's a little quick history about the game, and then we'll jump into some gameplay and wrap things up.
Tempest is a 1981 arcade game by Atari Incorporated, designed and programmed by Dave Thurr. Tempest was one of the first games to use Atari's color quadrascan vector display technology. Vector displays, unlike the CRTs found in most arcade machines, vector displays are a bit of a historical oddity. Instead of sweeping an electron beam across the screen from left to right and top to bottom, a vector display draws lines between 2 points on a screen. The goal of Tempest is simple: survive for as long as possible and score as many points as possible by clearing the screen of enemies that appear on the playfield.
Okay, so we're going to start the game up, and you're greeted with these two blinking lights. One is for player one, one is for player two, and they actually still work, which is really cool. So I'm going to hit player one, and you can select from novice all the way to expert. So I'm going to start with novice. One of the things that's interesting about Tempest is I feel like the game works its way up in difficulty, so it's not an especially intimidating game for someone to start playing. If you've never played before, you can kind of get the ropes really quickly. As far as the game, you have unique controls because you have this idea of a spinner. This is something that's really cool, and it makes for some unique gameplay aspects. The other thing is you've got this control called the Super Zapper. So the Super Zapper will allow you to kill all the enemies on the screen one time. So if I hit it once, it just kills everyone on the screen. Now, if I hit it again, it just kills one random enemy, and I don't know who that's going to be. So you can use it more than once. And then once you've cleared a level, it just warps you to the next level. It gets progressively harder though, like I said, as it goes on, but it's a fun game to introduce someone into retro gaming because it's fairly easy to pick up. Oop, and I died. And it's super fun. So I'm ecstatic to have this in the collection. It's really, really cool. It's definitely from the golden ages of arcade gaming, that's for sure. And I think it's one of those things where if I hold on to it, it's going to be worth a considerable amount of money in the future. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. consider subscribing to the channel and leave your comments below. Is this a game that you would love to have in your collection? What is your holy grail game? Put it in the comments below. I want to know, what is that one game that if you could get it, you would definitely buy it? That's it for now, guys. We will see you on the next one.